Hello guys, and welcome back to part 2 of our Pokerim series. Now, if you missed the last episode, there will be a link in the top corner of your screen, so you can watch that and get updated on this series. But in a short summary, the goal is to travel across the Rimworld biomes, catching every Pokemon that we encounter on the map until we can complete the Pokedex. I was looking through the Pokedex that they have on the mod page, and it seems like they haven't updated it because Cleffa and Igglybuff were not listed, and they are in the game. And so I don't know how many there actually are in this mod, but we will keep going until we can train and evolve every Pokemon that we encounter. And once it seems like we aren't really finding any, then we will call it a series there for now until the mod gets updated, unless we can find a list of the updated mod, but for right now I can't find it, and so we will probably leave it once it kind of starts to run dry on new Pokemon that we encounter. Now, looking through our wildlife, we will set Brock to hunt some of these Muffalo. We are running low on food, and then we will tame the Clefable. It is a pretty easy tame. There's not a very high revenge chance on it, and so that would be a good one to tame, as well as we'll find a nearby Cleffa and the closest Igglybuff and get them trained up as well. We probably aren't going to go for the Neat Arena just because we aren't very suited for combat right now, and so I don't want to run the risk of losing our colonists just yet. Once we get the Pokemon able to attack, then we will be a little bit better off, but we need to do a lot of training before that can happen. And so let's get Ash attempting to tame the Clefable right away and see how this goes. Oh, it went to sleep. Okay, now that hunting is happening, I think we should also harvest as much heal root and berries in the area that we can. That way we won't run out of food. As you can see, we are running a little low, and so just making sure that we have enough to float us until we get some hunting done. And we also have some visitors. They don't have any and they really don't have anything, and so we will sell our plasteel knife. Ash is incapable of violence, and I'm hoping that we can train these Pokemon to cover him, and then we will have the melee covered on that front, and then we don't have to worry so much about it, and we can keep all of our colonists at a distance when raids do happen. And now that it is morning, this Clefable has woken up, so we will try to tame it. I want to prioritize this one over the others because it is a level 42, so it should be pretty helpful in combat. And Pikachu is following Ash. That's so cute. And we have tamed the Clefable, which is really good. We did that with raw rice, which is good to note. For some reason, we couldn't do that with the Beedrill in the past, but the Clefable, it worked, and so that is really good to have on us. And so let's train that Clefable. And our Butterfree is the lowest level, and it's not progressing through training, so I'm not going to worry about it for now. I'm a little bit worried that we will run out of food while we're taming all of these Pokemon. I just want to try and conserve as much as we can. And past that, we should probably gather any resources that are really easy to grab, like components and stuff, because we can build some helpful material to take with us. Or just end up trading it as traders come through. I'm not going to worry too much about steel. There will be an abundance of that on every map that we do go after, and so that's kind of a lower priority for us. But yeah, I'm also thinking we may grab one of these tables. I've noticed a few. There is a limestone. It would just be helpful to take with us, as it would help with our beauty stat in the future. We have this, it's a steel table, so we won't grab that one. I want to grab the limestone table, so we will claim that and uninstall it, and then we can take that with us and not have to worry about building a table in every biome that we encounter. And we are being raided. They are preparing for a while, and they have guns and grenades, so this could go really, really poorly for us. We're going to get them to follow Brock into combat and Misty into combat. I know that that is very unlike the the anime, but I want to keep them on the ball as much as possible, and that way we can hide Ash away. This could go really, really poorly for us. This is a pretty advanced raid, and so want to just be a little bit cautious about it. We don't have any defenses up either, so I imagine that this will go really, really bad. But hopefully with Pikachu and Beedrill there, Brock can have some defense and Misty, and we will be able to take them down. It is 4-2, so that's not the best numbers. And now let's draft everyone, get them here, and Ash needs to hide away. Their shooting is also not very great, so that is bad. Beedrill hopefully does get aggroed. He is being injured, but he's kind of acting as a bullet sponge, so that's good. Misty is the first colonist to get shot. That seems to be the usual. And I'm wondering where the other ones are going. It seems like they're attacking the table we just claimed, so we have bought ourselves a bit of time. If that's the case, let's just claim all of these tables, and hopefully we can take out one of them while they are preoccupied with that. Misty is downed, which leaves us really, really bad odds for fighting off the rest of these guys. I don't think this is going to go very well for us. Our best chance is that we can convince them to flee, but it seems like Beedrill is not pulling any weight. And Brock is down as well. So let's rescue Brock. Hopefully we can pull this off. A grenade has been lobbed into our house, and Misty is down again. We don't have enough beds now. Let's take a pause. They are fleeing, which is good, but we really need to get some sleeping spots down until we can get those beds remade. And Ash needs to rescue Brock. His health, he's going to die in 8 hours, Misty in 5. And so let's get Misty rescued first, and then Brock. So that was really, really close. We cannot handle another raid right now. Oh, I just need to take a breather here. The Clefable was the only reason why we made it out of that okay. And so that's really good that we recruited her, because if we weren't able to get her on board, we would have lost for sure. That would have been the end of it. And she has gained some experience, so that is, I guess, how they do gain experience. I know Beedrill took a lot of hits. He did gain a little bit, but yeah, we're not going to lose him. He's in no immediate danger. I don't know if Pikachu even took any damage, but we will reassign him to Ash as he is bonded. And Beedrill, I guess, can stay with Brock. Misty is in pretty rough shape. Nothing from that battle, but she does have a bad back and has lost her hearing. This is basically Pokemon in 50 years if Ash ever aged. We are running, all of these guys are old now, but so they will have a little bit of problems that come with old age. Yeah, it seems like we'll be okay on the health side of things as long as we aren't raided again. We really need to get them trained. I'm thinking we stop training the other Beedrill as well and just get the higher level Pokemon trained up first, and they'll be able to aid us better, and then we can worry about the ones that we do have other than that. So that was really, really close. We cannot handle another raid right now. And we are being raided again. This time they have bow and arrow. Brock and Misty are still not at full health. This is turning into a pretty brutal playthrough. Okay, they are attacking now, so we will get them in place. And let's get Ash hidden away. And hopefully this goes better than the last one. Not the greatest. Oh, they've dropped their weapons. That is my mistake. The Beedrill is acting as a very nice bullet sponge for Brock, I will say. That is probably the biggest perk that we have having him around so far. Let's get them both aiming at the same one, and hopefully we can cause them to flee before we take any casualties. Okay, and they are fleeing, which is good. We're not going to worry too much about him. Let's just get you guys back rested. And we have a new colonist, Priscilla, and she looks like capable of, yes, she is capable of shooting and violence, and she is actually a very good at it, and so that is good to have her. She's incapable of caring, so she won't be the greatest doctor, and she can't haul or clean. Cooking also sucks, and plants, and so I don't really know what we're going to have her do. Maybe she could take over construction, although there really isn't much construction to do. So yeah, we'll have to figure out a good job for her. But for now, I'm just happy that we have somebody who can handle combat. Priscilla's packing fine meals, so she should be in a great mood. And let's get her to trade. These guys do not have any Pokemon for sale. However, maybe they have something of use for us. It would probably be good to buy some meals. We are running... Oh, and there's a Pokemon egg. Let's buy the Pokemon egg, for sure. They have 12 of them. Maybe we buy 2, just in case. Let's try that. And as well, we should probably buy some meals if they have them, which it doesn't look like they do. Alolan Sandshrew meat. These guys have been harvesting and butchering Sandshrew. Yeah, they don't have any food available, just raw, and we can easily cook ourselves some. However, let's get 2 steel from these guys, and that will be all that we do. Maybe we sell a few components, because we are just going to be carrying them around and not using too many. And so we'll sell some of those. We also can just harvest from the map whenever the need arises. And yeah, I think that is all we will grab off of these guys. I don't really want to be spending too much money in case we do have some Pokemon come through. But let's take a look at these Pokemon eggs. We do need to haul those right away. And everyone is experiencing mental breaks right now, or sickness, which is not good, food poisoning. But let's unallow these so that they don't end up cooking them, and hopefully we can get a few Sandshrew on board as well. Now I do wonder how long it will take these eggs to hatch. It seems like they are moving pretty fast. They're at 24%, and I think we got them at 3 to 4, and the traders did just leave. I think we will probably get them hatched within like 3 to 4 days. And just taking a look, Priscilla seems to be breaking. It's rather annoying, but I think we may need to build some bedrooms. We may be on this map a little bit longer than I want it to be. It is taking a while to tame these Cleffa and Igglybuff for some reason. We were able to tame the Clefable, I think, on our first try. But yeah, between the constant food poisoning that they're experiencing and the mood debuffs from the barrack, it seems like they're not very happy colonists, which is too bad. Now that we have a stove, we will get the colonist cooking on this one, and hopefully that will help with the food poisoning. And now that we are back on track with the food, let's send Ash out to tame this Cleffa. See if it's available anyways. The Igglybuff will do as well. Misty was already on her way, but Ash seems to have a better shot at it. It doesn't seem like any other Pokemon are wandering into the area. We do have that Butterfree, but we don't need to catch a Butterfree, and so hopefully we can catch these two pretty quickly. For some reason, they are just being super difficult. With a tame chance of 35%, you'd figure that it would be done by now, but yeah, just really having some difficulty on that end. And let's just get Misty to clean up her own vomit, because this looks disgusting. So that was really, really close. We cannot handle another raid right now. And we are being raided once again. These raids seem fairly relentless. I'm going to take a pause here. Yeah, again, it's not the greatest raid situation that we've been experiencing. This is just, it's pretty brutal, to be honest. We've had 3 raids and almost died once already. So, yeah, not my favorite playthrough by any means. We have trained 1 animal, so we will get Ash to release them. Or maybe Misty. And then, yeah, it is Pikachu that is trained to attack. And it seems like Beedrill is almost there. We are 1 point away, so soon enough we should have a Pokemon army to help us. And what are these guys operating with? Not very many ranged weapons. We should be okay, especially with Priscilla on board. She seems to be able to handle combat pretty well. However, let's get Misty to release Pikachu, and hopefully he can help in that. And Beedrill is also coming to the to save the day here, so these people are fleeing. I think we have got a pretty good balance now when it comes to dealing with raids. These Pokemon are coming through and helping. The Sandshrew are at 80% hatched. I think if they hatch before we can catch the Igglybuff and Cleffa, we may do the next episode on this map as well, and moving into the 3rd map. I am almost an hour into this recording, and they're just taking so long to deal with. I obviously want to keep a decent amount of time per recording. I don't want to go past an hour per episode. I try to trim it down to about 20 minutes, so already there's a lot of content I cut out, and I don't like posting videos that are longer than 20 minutes, and so we may do the Cleffa and Igglybuff in 2 parts, but yeah, hopefully we can... Priscilla died and Brock is downed? What happened? That is frustrating. Really, really frustrating. She should have been taken care of, but I guess Brock was injured and just taking way too long. And we have tamed the Igglybuff, so that is good. Have we tamed 2 of them? Oh, we got 2 Igglybuff in one go, which is good, but we've lost Priscilla, which is annoying. Why did it take Brock? Because he's got food poisoning again. Oh, that's so frustrating. But at least we have some Igglybuff. So we did make a little bit of progress on that front. Hopefully with the Pokemon soon being able to attack, we will be able to use them in combat more. Super frustrating we lost our colonist and gained one in the same episode, but I should have just been more attentive. Anyways, we can bury Priscilla now, and maybe get these Sandshrew hatched, and then we will move on and end the episode. And Ash is gonna break so bad. He's in such a bad move. Rebuffed by everybody. He's observed corpse. we'll make Pikachu his Pokemon again, but yeah, that's pretty brutal the way that this episode is going. And like I was saying, it is taking so long. It's an hour into this recording. We still haven't managed to tame that Cleffa, but maybe we'll give it another shot now. Yeah, interacted too recently. I guess it's true to the Pokemon series that all of the non-main characters only last one episode. But still not awesome that played out like it did. So we will get... yeah, the Sandshrew are about to hatch, and then we will catch the Cleffa in the next episode and move on to the next map in part 3 as well. If you are enjoying this series, it was a little bit scrambled today. There's a lot that happened in this episode, but yeah, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow along. We are going to be catching... I'm aiming to catch all of the Pokemon that they have, or at least have gone through and evolved them. So we're going to have a colony of like 50 animals pretty quickly, but yeah, it should be a really fun series to see through as long as I can maintain it. It is already proving pretty difficult to maintain food and that kind of thing, and so yeah, we're going to try and ride this series out. And our Sandshrew have hatched, which is really cool. So we have a couple of Sandshrew now. We'll probably end up skinning one and using it for meat, because I don't want to have this many animals trying to train them all, and they're going to be a massive depletion on our resources. But yeah, I'll try and tame this Cleffa one more time, and then that will be the end of the episode. If you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to leave a like, and let me know in the comments if there's anything I can add to this series. I do want to add some more mods with revolving around animals, and so we will be adding some as long as I can. Obviously, there's some mods that you can't add to a game that's already been started, and so we won't be able to do those. But yeah, and now that this Cleffa is awake, he is taming it, and so let's see if we can get it on board. And we failed the tame again. So that will be the end of the episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm at Switz, and we will catch you on the next one.